5 reasons you should actually drink coffee every single day. Slows down cellular aging. All right, all you coffee lovers out there, you can join me in enjoying a cup of joe, and I'm going to tell you why. Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons you should actually drink coffee every single day for your health. And the first reason is that coffee slows down cellular aging. If you want to actually be in the moment and not speed up your aging, it turns out that coffee can actually do that. There's a bioactive in coffee beans called chlorogenic acid, and this has been studied in human subjects drinking coffee. 1 to 3 cups a day of drinking coffee has been shown to slow down the burn rate of your telomeres. These are the caps at the end of your DNA that burn down like a fuse that reflect how fast you're actually aging. It's kind of the clock the timer that gets started from the time you're born, and the older you are, the fuse starts to shrink. Drinking coffee slows that process down. And all you got to do to get that effect is to drink anywhere from 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day. I easily meet that level myself. Okay, second reason that you actually want to drink coffee is that coffee actually protects stem cells in your body. Now, our stem cells live in our bone marrow, and they come out into our bloodstream to repair us from the inside out. Happens all the time. But as we get older, our stem cells are a little bit less vigorous than when we're younger. And a lot of things can affect this, including oxidative stress from the environment and just simply aging. And so one of the things that coffee does is it acts as a shield to our stem cells so they can actually keep on working as robustly and vibrantly as possible, regenerating us from the inside out. Third reason to have coffee every day is that coffee improves our metabolism. Coffee contains something called chlorogenic acid, and chlorogenic acid activates our metabolism. And the way it does it is by stimulating the production of brown fat. And we've got different kinds of fat in our body. There's white fat that's wiggly and jiggly, and brown fat that's wafer thin. And one of the things that brown fat can do is get turned on like a space heater. And when it turns on like a space heater, it's a process called thermogenesis, and coffee turns on thermogenesis. So you know why thermogenesis in brown fat is useful? Because the brown fat will be triggered, and it'll burn down the harmful white fat, the visceral fat. So good fat fights bad fat, and coffee actually makes that happen. So you actually get more energy and it increases your metabolism. The other thing it does is actually helps you lose body fat, and you can actually lose weight that way. And studies have been done to show that drinking up to 4 cups of coffee a day can actually help you lose body fat. In fact, up to about 8 pounds of body fat over about 6 months or so. Not a huge amount by itself, but every little bit counts, especially when it's actually burning away your harmful white fat. Now, another thing that coffee does is it's anti-inflammatory. So chlorogenic acid in coffee is very anti-inflammatory. We know that inflammation is the root cause for a lot of the diseases of aging. And so coffee, enjoy your cup of joe, actually helps you enjoy the rest of your days longer and better because it actually chills out inflammation as well. And then finally, coffee improves gut health. It turns out that when you drink coffee, the coffee chemicals actually get down into your gut, and it protects our gut microbiome. It shifts the gut microbiome into a healthier state, so you've got better neighborhoods of gut bacteria. And as you know, better gut health is better overall health because our gut bacteria lower inflammation. And the way it does that is by releasing a metabolite called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs, SCFAs, that actually lower inflammation. And guess what? Drinking coffee helps your gut bacteria make more short-chain fatty acids, more SCFA. So these are all really great reasons why you would actually want to drink coffee every single day. And now I'm going to give you some pro tips. Pro tip number 1 is you want to get organic coffee if you want to get the most out of the chlorogenic acid. And the reason is this. Coffee, like other plants, actually produce bioactives like chlorogenic acid in response to insects that are in its natural environment, right? So what do bugs in a natural environment do? They nibble on the leaves and the stems, and the coffee plant makes chlorogenic acid as a response. It's kind of a wound healing response. It's trying to heal itself when those insects are nibbling on it. Now, what do you think happens when you actually spray pesticides on the coffee bush? The bugs aren't nibbling as much, so it makes less chlorogenic acid. So if you get organic, no pesticides, more natural bugs nibbling away at it, it's going to produce more of this healing substance, chlorogenic acid. Good for the coffee plant, even better for us when we actually drink it. So, so get organic coffee whenever you can. Fair trade, of course. Now, the other tip about coffee is that although for years I enjoyed my coffee with a little milk or a little cream, dairy, okay, I like it that way. Turns out that's not the best way to drink coffee, so I actually have it straight now. And the reason is this: the chlorogenic acid in coffee floats around in tiny little molecules in the coffee, but when you put dairy in it, dairy's made of dairy fat, and those little fat particles form soap bubbles that trap the chlorogenic acid. All right, so now you drink the coffee that you have some cream or milk in it, and guess what? The chlorogenic acid is trapped in the soap bubble, and it just trickles down your gut, and you get rid of it, poop it out on the other end, and you don't actually absorb all of it. So if you want to get the most out of the chlorogenic acid, you'll absorb some if you have dairy, but not all. But if you want to get the most out of it, just have your coffee straight. Or if you want to cut the coffee taste a little bit, you can actually use a nut milk, almond milk, soy milk. All of those will actually work just fine. They don't actually form those little soap bubbles that we're talking about. Okay, now the last little tip I'll tell you about coffee is something that surprised me, because when I was in medical school and I drank tons of coffee just to stay awake, all right, one of the things that we always were taught, or I thought it was true, was that coffee, if you drink a lot of coffee, it's a diuretic, and it causes you to go to the bathroom, and you can actually get urinate, you can actually get dehydrated if you drink a lot of coffee. Well, guess what? Clinical studies have been done, and it showed that if you drink moderate amounts of coffee, 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day, it doesn't actually cause you to be any more dehydrated than if you just drank water. All right, so coffee does not dehydrate you. Coffee actually does all these great things. So let's recap. Coffee slows down cellular aging. Coffee stimulates your stem cells. Coffee improves your metabolism by burning down harmful body fat, and you actually lose some weight along the way. And coffee is anti-inflammatory, and coffee improves gut health. All right, all these benefits from coffee. One of my favorite beverages. I drink it in the morning as a pick-me-up. All right, I do think that caffeine is really good. And if you're sensitive to caffeine, you can try to get decaffeinated coffee. All right, that will be fine. It still has chlorogenic acid, but just know that the decaffeination process removes a lot of the caffeine, not all, a lot, but it also removes some of the other bioactives as well. But some people are sensitive, and it's just fine. If you want to actually have that taste of coffee and get some of the benefits, decaf will actually work as well. Just not as good as the full test coffee, which is my beverage of choice. All right, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.